to show you one of the principal breeding cocks at Planet Brothers Loft. This is gifted 2. Now this is a perfect example of the old strain of Van Loon pigeons. He's a medium-sized bird, perfect in the hand, a beautiful wing, and this cock has a beautiful gold to orange breeding eye. And this particular pigeon is from one of the best sons of champion Scrumpy. Scrumpy, those who don't know, was a 30 times first prize winner and National Bird of the Year in the UK. And this particular cock is a grandson of him, and never was a son of Scrumpy in his lifetime sold from our loft. They all stayed, and obviously keeping the best. We're fortunate enough to produce the best offspring from this super champion pigeon. And on elite auctions we're offering a direct daughter of this cock. He's 11 years old. This gifted 2. And I'm going to show you one of the principal breeding cocks at Planet Brothers, and this is Spitfire. And I mean, this particular cock is 11 years old. He is one of the main breeding cocks here. His children, grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren are here winning top prizes in Belgium. I mean, this is some pigeon. He is a medium-sized bird, perfect balance, lovely wing. You can see he's actually only got one more flight to go, almost fully molted through. A beautiful orange / green eye. I mean, at 11 years old, he's still looking better than a lot of the 1-2-year-old pigeons on the loft. And he is very inbred to the 2 old champions, Scrumpy and 1-4. A total of 56 first prizes between them. And we're actually offering a direct son of this cock on elite auctions. But this is really a perfect example of the Van Loon pigeons on our loft. This is Spitfire. So I'm going to show you the mother of one of the main lots in our auction with elite, and this is Ebony. She's one of the main breeding hens here in Belgium, and she's a direct daughter, sheer pride, principal Van Loon hen, crossed with a son of TNT, first ace pigeon on the middle distance in the Antwerp Union for Stonehaven. And you can see where the young cock gets his good looks from. He's actually very much like the mother in looks, and this year she was paired to Spitfire. And I mean, this pigeon has a beautiful wing. She's already nearly finished her molt for the year. We paired the birds up quite early this year, and this gives you an example of the birds on the loft. But this is Ebony.
Here you have one of the stars of the auction, a beautiful Van Loon hen with a little bit of Rhine clock in her, and this is a pigeon we call Gifted Carmella. The father of this pigeon is one of the best breeders currently on the loft, Gifted 2, and he is a grandson of the legendary Scrumpy, winner of 31st, and obviously a Planet Brothers legend. The mother of this pigeon is a pigeon we call Carmella, and she's in actual fact the daughter of Carmen, which was a Van Ryn clock pigeon, when paired to a top stock cock Genesis. Genesis being down from the boomerang pigeons, the Van Loon line, and also the Scrumpian 1-4 pigeons. So a hell of a lot of Van Loon in this pigeon, a tiny bit of white clock. She's going to make a super breeding hen. 2 years old, ready to just pair. Gifted Carmella. So here we have the star of the auction, pigeon we call Super Spitfire. It's from the year of 22. This year's baby. It's bred direct from a top Van Loon breeder, Spitfire, when paired to a Beeman cross Van Loon hen we call Ebony. He's a lovely, well balanced pigeon, medium in size. You can see he's just coming to the end of his molt. Super Spitfire. Here we have a lovely yearling hen called Princess Spitfire. She's a direct daughter of our top Van Loon racecock, Mr. Mole, who also contains the Van Ryn clock bloodlines absorber. When paired to a direct daughter of Spitfire, when paired to the principal breeder of Van Beeman, Gentleman. As you can see, she's a lovely hen, small to medium in size, perfect balance. Princess Spitfire. Here we have one of the top hens in the auction, pigeon we call Golden Girl. She's down from Golden Zorba, who's a Van Ryn clock pigeon, direct sun absorber. When paired to Golden Alien, who's a half Van Loon pigeon, down from Golden Princess, one of our main Van Loon hens. And these have been responsible for all the Alien Warrior, Alien Prince, two of the best cocks on the race team currently in Belgium, winner of the Ace Pigeon Awards and multiple first prize winners. As you can see, she's a super quality hen, lovely in the hand, well balanced, and will make a perfect stock hen. Golden Girl. And this is a pigeon we call Spitfire Beetle. She's bred from a son of Spitfire, when paired on a daughter of a pigeon called Beetle Boy. Beetle Boy at the time was paired to a daughter of Opal, which is one of our top Van Loon hens, and Spitfire, our top Van Loon cock, at the time was paired to a Stan Beeman pigeon out of Gentleman. And there we have Spitfire Beetle 2020 889. Currently she's going through a heavy molt, but lovely medium sized hen, perfect balance. Here we have a pigeon we call Little Lollipop. She's a beautiful Van Loon cross Beeman hen. She's bred directly from a pigeon we call Mr. Cool, who's a race cock for us. He was bred from the Sheer Pride and Golden Princess Van Loon bloodlines. The mother of this hen is a direct daughter of Mopman, a hen that we call Lollipop. She was a race hen. Mopman was Stan Van Beeman's top racer who won first Antwerp Provincial from Suliac, 725 kilometres. So as you can see, the best of the Van Loons paired with the top and Beeman pigeons. The mother of Lollipop was a pigeon we called Special Princess, and she in actual fact had all the alien pigeons also within her bloodlines of Exterminator, Hitman and Scrumpy. So all the very best of the racing pigeons. Little Lollipop. This is a pigeon we call Mexican Chow. One of the biggest pigeons in the sow. Is quite a large cock, long cast, typical Van Ryn clock. He's from a pigeon called Little Yow, who in turn was from Yow and Zaza, two of Van Ryn clock's very best pigeons. The mother of this pigeon, Mexican's Queen, which has obviously got a little bit of the Andre Rudolph pigeons in, and she is half sister to Blue Daisy, a very good hen that's won 8 firsts for us in Belgium, and also the winner of the first ace pigeon middle yearling and old bird short to middle distance in the Mulfon Club. So these are the current birds winning on the lofts. Mexican Chow. Here we have a lovely blue cock, pigeon we called DiCaprio Warrior. He's only a youngster, and he's bred directly out of the pigeon we call Alien Warrior, who this year is the father of Alien Prince, winner of the short to middle distance ace pigeon in the Mulfon Club. Also many other winners, all from this pigeon. The mother of this one is a pigeon we call DiCaprio Girl, who was the granddaughter of the legendary DiCaprio of Dirk Van Dijk's. DiCaprio Warrior. Here we have a young pigeon we call Outlaw Tommy. It is down as a cock on the list, but being a direct Beeman pigeon, it may well be a hen. So because it's a youngster, the sex is not guaranteed, so until she actually, or he shows out as he should, it's hard to tell. This pigeon is from a pigeon we call Outlaw, who was a direct son of Stan Beeman's best racer, Challenger. Challenger obviously was a full brother to Woody, who's done exceptionally well in the South Africa $1 million pigeon race, and also won the Belgium Superstar prize for the best Belgian pigeon in that race. Outlaw Tommy. This is a pigeon we call Nike Opal. She's a Van Ryn clock, cross Van Moon pigeon, having a fairly good moult. She's only a yearling, 255. She's actually bred from a pigeon we call Young Urbanus, which is a son of Urbanus and Opal. And the mother of this pigeon is a direct daughter of the Van Ryn clock pigeon Crack. These are the pigeons that have bred loads and loads of very good race pigeons for us since being in Belgium. Very good hard day pigeons, and obviously you get a little bit of distance with a Van Ryn clock cross. Nike Opal. Here we have a young yearling cock that we call Producer Blue. He's bred from one of our race pigeons, Treble 4, who was down from young Producer, a Van Loon cock that had all the Scrumpy, Boomerang and 1-4 bloodlines, all the old champions. And the mother of this pigeon, Golden Spitfire, which is actually from Spitfire when paired to our top Van Loon hen, Golden Princess. As you see, a lovely bag of this pigeon, a bit heavy in his moult, produce a blue. This is a pigeon we call Snowflake Sandra. She's currently going through quite a heavy molt. She's a small, compact hen. Only a yearling pigeon. And she's one of the few pigeons, the only pigeon in actual fact in the south, that has got primarily Andre Rudolph bloodlines. She was down from the famous Sandra pigeon, which was the KDB National Ace Pigeon middle distance in 2015. On the mother side, she has Herman Beaver Dams, very #1 breeding couple down from the Whitley Crop Sylvester, and this is the famous Gearing's pigeons that are doing exceptionally well in Belgium and Holland. So Snowflake Sandra.